Just a brief comment on this beautiful episode. I hope we are not too familiar with this particular passage from the Gospel of St. Mark, chapters 10. The encounter with Bartimaeus, the encounter with the blind beggar. Interesting, of course, the reaction of those who are following Jesus to tell him to basically be quiet, hold your peace, shut up, basically is what they're saying. And yet he is not deterred, so the faith in him is so strong. His conviction that maybe Jesus will never come his way again, maybe their paths will never cross. So now is his opportunity. No matter what will be told him, no matter who is saying what, no matter how he's being ridiculed, he will keep on crying after Jesus, calling out to him. Even the more louder he keeps calling, "Son of David, have pity on me." What do we need to learn from that? That has to be our attitude, especially in times of trial, especially in times of opportunity for grace. Many times these moments are identical. Moments of trial and moments of tremendous challenge to our virtue or to our inner peace are moments of tremendous potential grace. But we need to imitate the blind beggar. How did he have such faith? Who told him about Jesus? How did he even know about him? Unless he inquired. He must have heard people talk about this Jesus, Son of David, therefore the Messiah. He made diligent inquiry, I'm sure, and he was able to find out a lot from Jesus, so much without even having met him, that his heart was ready, that when the moment of meeting came, he was prepared. He did what he could do, and now Jesus will do the rest. That needs to be for us a pattern for our lives. That needs to be for all of you a pattern for your particular service this summer. You too will encounter moments of difficulty. You too will experience other people telling you to hush or whatever, not make such a big deal, or that may all be good and true, but if you do not turn to Christ, you will take it as human insensitivity, lack of caring. You will take it all in the wrong way. The way other people behave to us must not determine how we are within ourselves and in our relationship with Christ. No matter what anyone says to us, the only opinion that matters of us is that of Jesus. As long as we are okay with him, we are okay. And if we don't lose sight of him, like the blind beggar never lost sight of Jesus, even though he couldn't see him, but he was very much aware of where Jesus was. And he knew he had it in his power to get his attention. We have the same. So in those moments when we feel maybe not attended to or misunderstood or not appreciated, which will all happen to each one of you during this summer, I promise you, you will have such moments. Do not forget to follow the blind beggar's example and fix your gaze on Jesus. First get his opinion and his point of view of the whole situation. Then you go and deal with whatever then has to be dealt with. And I promise you, you will have more peace in your heart, a clearer vision, and more virtue. But there's another passage here that has impacted me, and that is, once people say, well, take courage, get up, Jesus is calling you. Oh yeah? What did you just tell me? Hush up, be quiet. Now you're telling me get up? No, he doesn't waste any time in trying to rectify the situation. He springs up, but he doesn't just spring up. He's wearing a cloak. And if you're a little bit familiar with poor people, you should know that usually that's all they have. The cloak that they run around with is the very cloak they will sleep in. And if you sometimes see people who are homeless, you will see that verified very quickly. So this is one of the most treasured possessions of that blind beggar. He is stupid. In the eyes of the world and in the eyes of human wisdom, he is dumb. Why are you throwing off your cloak? You don't even know whether you would ever be able to find it again. By the way, you're blind. So if you now run to Jesus and in the excitement of the moment you forget about your cloak, well, who says you will ever be able to get back to it? Worse yet, somebody else might just come and take it. He doesn't care about those things anymore. The encounter with Jesus is so mesmerizing. The expectation to actually meet the Master face to face, even though he can't see him, is so enticing. All the other things become meaningless. Throw the cloak off. We could also see the cloak as the burden of sin. Are we throwing off the burdens that we carry in order to meet Jesus in our best appearance, meaning the soul, being prepared to meet him face to face? Jesus then is the one who takes the initiative to talk to him. What do you want me to do for you? Duh. He's blind. You maybe have a clue of what he may be asking for, Jesus. But you see, Jesus always engages our free will. And that's the same here for you for the summer. If you don't give Jesus permission, if you don't tell him exactly and give him permission to act in regards to what you have on your heart, he can't do it. Oh, well, doesn't he know already? I mean, he's God. Come on. He can read my heart. At another point, Jesus even said so. Well, don't make so many words, as if by that you will arouse the mercy of God even more. So he already knows what you need before you say it. Yes, he does. But he respects our free will to the point that without our permission, he will still not act. He will not go against our free will. So therefore, look at the beautiful response of the blind beggar. Does he go into a long, long, flowery language, or does he beat around the bush, or, oh Lord, you are such a blessed person, and let me just come before you for 1 second, and before I make my petition known to you, know that I do offer you all my homage and praise. Oh, it's exhausting, isn't it? So what does he do? He cuts right to the chase. Master, I want to see. That's how our discussion in our hearts should be with Christ. Go straight to the issues. Don't be afraid to mention what is on your heart. You think that's gonna ruffle his feathers or something? Or maybe I'm asking something he's not quite capable of handling. And then Jesus simply says, go your way, your faith has saved you. And of course, his sight is being restored. You know, there's one point at Mass, right before we get ready to receive Holy Communion. Lord, I'm not worthy to receive you, we say, but only say the word, and my soul shall be healed. We should, in our mind's eye, imagine him to say exactly that, be healed. Is that word enough for us? Is it enough to believe that Christ actually comes into me at time of Holy Communion and also says to us, go your way, your faith is saving you?